Hi guys, welcome back to Informed Beauty. So it's been quite some time since I filmed a video, and that is because I was busy getting married. We got married at the beginning of July, and I had a lot of things to do once we got back home from the wedding. Work, just recuperating from the wedding because it was exhausting. But now I want to get back into my wedding series videos. So I did film quite a few wedding series videos. Well, not quite a few, but some wedding series videos before our wedding. But there's certain things that I didn't want to share until our wedding was over because I didn't want to give away some of the accessories I was purchasing or things like that until some of our wedding photos started coming out or until our guests saw me wearing certain things. So now I'm really excited to share with you my accessories that I wore on my wedding day, as well as the other day that we had a celebration. So we had 2 days of wedding festivities. The first day was a Pakistani cultural day called a Mhendi. There was song, dance, food, and so forth and so on. And we had some traditional ceremonial rituals. And then the second day was more of a traditional Western ceremony as well as the actual wedding day. So that is why you might see doubles of certain things, but just different versions of the same type of item. So this video will be dedicated to accessories, and then I will be making some other videos as well. But let's dive right into it. So I'm not going to go in any specific order. I'm just going to go and grab, I have the items that I was planning on sharing with you in this video just right beside me here. So the first thing that I'll share with you is my necklace that I had in on my wedding day. So it looks like extra shiny in this light. I have my vanity light on because it's really rainy and overcast outside. So this necklace I ordered along with a set of earrings. They came together, and as you can see, the earrings are teardrop shaped, and they have like a cute little detail at the top as well. So I really liked that. I wanted a teardrop style earring for my wedding day. And then I wanted a necklace that was quite elaborate and very shiny because my dress, specifically the front of my dress, was more plain. Like it was still very flattering and pretty, but it was more of a, it was just plain satin down the front of my dress. So I wanted some more bling to really stand out around my neck to balance things out. So that is why I got this, and it is really blingy. And then I also got, I like the fact that there were pearls on the actual necklace portion that goes around the neck because the dress that I chose for my wedding day had beading as well as pearls on the back of the dress. So it kind of meshed with the entire theme that I had going on or the entire look that my dress had. And so the necklace as well as the earrings I got off of Etsy, a seller called Weddings with Flair. So this is not really expensive jewelry by any means. It was about $60, I believe. But I will put down all of the information about all the items I discuss, as well as how much they cost underneath this video. It really has the look of something that's much more expensive, and that is why I really wanted something that would look really elegant to match the elegance of my dress without having to break the bank. So, because when I went into a lot of the bridal stores, they will sell accessories as well, including necklaces and earrings, and it was just always so expensive when you were looking, or at least a lot of the jewelry was quite expensive when I was looking at some of the prices at the bridal stores. The next item is a bracelet that I got as on my for my wedding day as well. This bracelet is something that I ordered from Green Bijou, and that is a um, it's an Ontario designer, so she has her own business. She's from Drumbo, Ontario, and she makes these pieces that are modern, but they're vintage inspired. So I had found this piece on her website over a year ago, and I really liked it. I think it was about 50, maybe $60 Canadian. Um, and I just liked how elegant it looked. It matched my shoes for my wedding day. It matched my necklace and earrings that I had chosen for my wedding day. And it just had a really elegant, thin clasp as well. And she was really nice, and she was able to make the bracelet smaller for me just because I had a feeling that even on the smallest, there are two, I think, you can adjust it to some extent, but I had a feeling that it would still be too small or too big for my wrist because I have really tiny wrists. So she was able to modify the bracelet a little bit for me so it sat a little bit tighter around my wrist. I did have to push it up my arm a little bit so that it wasn't flying around, but um, it was a really beautiful piece, and I'm excited to see photos of like close-ups of this particular bracelet. So that was just something that I thought was very elegant and pretty. So you can order her stuff on Green Bijou. If you Google Green Bijou, you can look up the website. Um, it'll probably be one of the first hits. And there's some really nice unique necklaces and bracelets and all kinds of jewelry that her name is Trisha McMaster has. I initially heard about her through another YouTuber, Christy Resell, who lives in Ontario. I'm sorry, Christy, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. But she had mentioned that she really enjoyed the Trisha McMaster's jewelry. And so I wanted to check that out, and I'm really happy I did. She even sent me a card saying, "Congratulations on your wedding. Send me some photos once you have photos of you with your bracelet." But I had a very good experience, and you can just go right on their website and order her items. And if you live in Canada, at least, you do get the items pretty quickly. Now, moving on to card holders. So this was something I got a little bit closer to the wedding. I figured that it would be nice to take some of my cards from my wallet and put them inside of this because you can actually organize your cards in a much more compact way than using your big wallet or taking the cards out of your wallet and just throwing them inside of your wedding purse, which is also not a great idea. So I like this because I could fit this inside of my wedding purse or purses, which I will show you right away here. And the design I liked because it was like a mandala. It had the South Asian look to it, which was fitting for our wedding. Not that anybody really saw this because I honestly didn't even use my cards or any of my cards during our wedding, but I figured I would take them with me just in case I needed them. But I'm sure I will find a use for this. Maybe if I go to a concert or something, I don't want to bring a lot of bulky things. So I'll just take what I need and put it in here. So that was something that I got at Bentley's. And Bentley's is just a chain in, at the very least in Canada. I don't know if it's available or present in other countries, but they sell luggage, they sell purses, they sell handbags, all sorts of bags in like little tidbits like this as well. Now moving on to my wedding shoes. So my wedding shoes were probably one of my favorite purchases from my wedding day. So I actually ended up going to DSW, and I found a Badgley Mischka pair of shoes, and they're called Jewel apparently. Um, but I had this image in my head that I wanted purple shoes because my bridesmaid dresses were purple and my bouquet had purple in it. Our wedding colors had purple in it. So I thought it would be amazing if I had purple shoes. But unfortunately, I really had a hard time finding shoes that were purple at the time of the year that I was shopping for shoes. I think I was shopping a year ago in the summertime, and none, or like if I did find anything purple, it just wasn't matching my vision. So when I came across these shoes, I was actually quite surprised. Like they were just perfect. They weren't purple, but I didn't even care. They actually ended up working for both days. The first celebration day, the first day, as well as the wedding day. So this was the shoes that I wore for my Mhendi as well as for my wedding day, which was really nice because I didn't have to spend money on a separate pair of shoes for the second day. They worked really nicely with both of my outfits, my Mhendi outfit as well as my wedding day outfit. So it was just love at first sight. It was perfect. When I saw them and I tried them on, I'm like, this is perfect. And by the way, I did not want heels. And so that was another thing is it was a challenge finding flats that were fancy enough um, to wear to a wedding as a bride. So these were just, they remind me of Persian slippers actually, but they are gold. They might look a little bit silver here. They're gold. They have this gorgeous blinged out situation going on the front. You can see thread going in and out throughout the fabric, and then there's almost like a design imprint on the fabric as well. You can't really see it, so unfortunately, but there's almost like an engraving is what it looks like throughout the fabric. And they were relatively comfortable. I did lose feeling in my small toe, in my little toe on my right foot at the end of the day by the second day on the wedding day, but um, that was kind of to be expected because I was dancing and there's just a part of the shoe on my right foot that was rubbing in to my toe, and I just could not feel my toe after that for maybe like a solid week. But my left foot felt fine, and overall they were much more comfortable than heels would have ever been. Um, so I was very happy with this purchase. I don't know. I want an excuse to wear these again. Maybe I will find a reason or a place, but it's also kind of special to have these shoes and just remember them as my wedding shoes. And by the way, these were 80, I believe they were $80. I think they were on a discount. They were originally 110 or so, and I got them for 80 bucks Canadian. So it was just a match made in heaven. Perfect to style, perfect for both days of celebration, and it was on a discount. So I had lucked out that day. And a shout out to one of my bridesmaids who put up with my pickiness while we were trying to find shoes for me. So those are the shoes. Now let's move on to my two purses. So I had a purse for each day, one for the Mhendi and one for the wedding day. And so my first purse, this was for the Mhendi. I got this on Amazon, the US site, just because there were more options from the US site. And this is gold again, so it's pretty neutral. It matched with my Mhendi outfit because my Mhendi outfit was orange, a little bit of green, but mostly orange and gold. So this worked pretty well. And then the rhinestones on the details, the shiny details are silver white looking, just like the blingy parts on my shoes. So that worked really well. Now there's not much space to put stuff in as big as it looks, but it was enough. It was just enough to cram my cell phone in, as well as that card holder that I was talking about, and then one lipstick or something. I think I could bear, like, sometimes I wasn't even able to close it. Sometimes I was able to finagle the closure piece to close, but again, I could see myself using this for a night out or just for a fancy evening, so I can definitely reuse this. Um, so I feel like the quality of this is not super great because you can see, and I don't think that this was there before, but there's like this space, and that might be because I was trying to cram too much stuff in it. So, um, but it served its purpose, and I like the way it looked in photos as well. Now for the wedding day, my purse. Oh, before I go back to that, I can't remember the price of the Mhendi purse. I will have to list that down under my video once I look that up. And for the wedding day, I was searching for a wedding purse, and my friend, actually one of my other bridesmaids, she was able to she noticed this purse sitting like at the very, very top shelf in Aldo, and she was like, what about that? And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, yes, this is perfect. So this is it. And I just thought it was the perfect match for my wedding dress. Again, satin, um, ivory, classic dress. I'll have a separate video about my dress. I'm considering making a separate video about my dress. I haven't decided yet for sure, because I have not revealed what my wedding dress actually looks like. I talked about alterations and all that jazz and shopping for wedding dresses, but I've never actually revealed my wedding dress. So I'm considering doing that as a separate video. Click like, comment below if you would like a separate video on wedding dresses or on my wedding dress so I can reveal what it looks like. But I will just stick to accessories here. So this is just perfect because the back of my dress, like I mentioned, has bling and some pieces like beading to it. And then there's also, if you can look closer, there's pearls here. So the pearls match the necklace, the pearls on the necklace that I showed you guys, and it also matches the pearls on the that I had on the back of my dress. So it just really went well together with everything. And when I tried on my dress with all of my accessories, I was happy with the way everything looked, thank God. Just because when you purchase all these things separately, you just pray and you hope that it looks the way you envisioned it in your head. The only thing, this is not the original chain that came with the purse. I had ordered this chain separately because the chain that came with the purse was too short for my torso because I have the world's longest torso. So again, one of my bridesmaids, she was lovely and she helped me attach this to the purse because she's good with those things. So I will hopefully be able to reuse this again for nights out, things like that, like fancy evenings, maybe someone else's wedding. I can take this along with me because I didn't really have really nice evening bags before. I feel like this bag, I don't think I mentioned where it's from, by the way. This is Aldo Accessories. I got this over a year ago, so I doubt that this would be still available, unfortunately. It was in store, and I believe it was $55 or so, maybe $60, I want to say. Um, I think it's a better quality purse than this one. That it just feels sturdier. It hasn't broken or anything like that. Now, moving on to my veil. As you can see, it looks really gross, disgusting, and wrinkled at the moment, but that's because we flew um, to our wedding and then we had to obviously fly back. We live in Alberta and we got married in Ontario. And originally, like when we were traveling to Ontario, what I did is I actually hooked up this veil right up against my dress. And so it did not really get wrinkled on the way there. After our wedding was done, I didn't really care if it got wrinkled or not. So I just packed it in my checked luggage. So that is why it looks disgusting. But I actually got this veil from Amazon, I think Amazon.ca, for maybe $25 Canadian. And honestly, it looked great. It did not look cheap. I was worried that it was going to look cheap and just tacky, but it honestly looked great. It looks great in photos. We've received some of our professional photos back from our photographer, and you would never guess that this was a veil that I got off of Amazon. So if you are stressing over how expensive veils are in bridal stores, I've seen veils that cost as much as $200, $150 at the bridal store that I was at, and so or that I got my dress at, and I just did not want to spend that much money on a veil, something that I was going to wear for I thought was going to be a short period of time. I actually ended up wearing this for the whole wedding day, which I did not anticipate. But some people will wear their veils just for the ceremony and then they take it out, and you're spending $150 on that. I mean, you can do what you feel is right, or how, I mean, you might have more of a budget for your veil, but if this is not something you want to spend a lot of money on, definitely go on to Amazon and I will link the actual link to the veil that I found there if I can still find it for you guys. So this was a veil that was about, I want to say well, not quite fingertip. It was probably elbow length on me. And that was with the veil like lower down on my head. It was like I had a big bun for my wedding day, and then my veil was just under that bun. So it was, and I'm pretty tall, which is the length that I wanted. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below where you got some of the accessories for your wedding, or where are you searching for accessories if you're still planning your wedding. And hopefully the links that I provide down below under the video will help you in your accessory search for your wedding. Good luck, guys, and as always, please start up conversations under the video, questions, comments, anything like that. I would love to have a conversation with you down below. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more wedding videos. Bye, guys.